Hey, it's the Terminian Hero here. We're playing some more Skyward Sword. And we're listening to Zelda's Lullaby. Finally, some music from a previous Zelda game. Also, ignore that skip in the corner. I had a failed recording that messed up this. I didn't want it to mess it up, so I had to start over, and now it has the skip in the corner. Just ignore it. I must maintain the seal that that I created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose. Link, the goddess created Fi and the great blade she's a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now, and I can't thank you enough for that, Link. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. This is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Link. Draw your sword. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with a mythical power to drive back demons, and only Link may wield it. Link, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish Demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It is impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face Demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Link. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, You would throw yourself headfirst into any danger without even a moment's doubt. I used you. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Link. But you have to understand, this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. All that may be well intended and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep, for thousands of years. Link, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. While it's true that I am highly reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all of this is over, will you come to wake me up? I promise. Man, you gotta feel sorry for Link. I mean, I especially feel for him because, like, one of my real life friends, like, Zelda in this game actually reminds me a lot of one of my real life friends. Like, my friend Liz, she's just this super sweet, super religious girl, and, you know, I mean, they're pretty similar, and, I mean, I see you've said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. Do not fear for Zelda. I will watch over her. Go now and fulfill your destiny. Like, Link and Zelda's relationship in this game, like, reminds me a lot of my relationship with Liz, too. Like where, I mean, I love her more than anything, but it's like, we're still in that friend phase. It's a lot like how it is with Link and Zelda here. So, like, in this game I see a lot of similarities with my own life, and that's, like, one of the big reasons why I like this game more than the others. I mean, it's also, epic. It's also, like, one of the most epic games, which also makes it one of the best ones, but I have that little personal connection with this game that makes me like it even more. So yeah, I feel for Link a lot here. So I could just imagine what it'd be like. Obviously, I haven't gone through what he's been through, but I could imagine it. So you've returned. Then you know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda waits suspended in sleep without end, but do not despair, for she is still alive and well. True to legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish demise. It is thought to have been hidden within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know of where it rests. All other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to the ages. Link, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to finding the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go on now, Link. Yeah, go now, Link. Find the Triforce. Whoa there, hold up. Link, there's something I gotta tell you. So, Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her? Actually... That's terrible. It's gotta be so hard for the poor girl. But you're going to do something about this mess, right? Link, I've made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. Don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't know how to explain it. I got this feeling in my belly that there's work to do here. Someone's gotta watch that big ugly monster, and someone's gotta make sure Granny's doing alright. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean? Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess. But don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? That's not a weird thing to say. Check it out. Zelda and Granny have brought life back to the land here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow one beast of a tree in soil like this. It'd brighten this place up a little too. I mean, sure, it'd take a few years for it to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. It's weird to say it out loud, but that's just how I feel right now. So, yeah, you know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know I'm doing okay down here. Colin and Stritch might get a little emotional since they look up to me, but you tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks, Link. So yeah, if you haven't figured it out, we're going to need to plant a tree here at some point. Also, if you haven't figured it out, which this is pretty obvious, but this sealed temple at some point is going to become the Temple of Time, as we know it later in the series. And if we look back in the crack here, we can see Zelda there. Aww. Anyways, so those cutscenes literally took like a half hour, 2 whole videos. So, in the next video, we'll be going back up to Skyloft to look for clues for the Triforce. So, I will see you then.